Phineas and Ferb ride the voter coaster. Open to the first page. It was election day in Danville, and everyone had come out to cast their vote for mayor. In addition, the town was holding an election for junior mayor. The junior mayor election is a great idea, Phineas and Ferb's friend Irving exclaimed. I can't believe one of us will be picked today. Phineas replied. Flip. Phineas, you should run for junior mayor, Isabella suggested. It does sound like fun, Phineas said, but you know me, I don't really like to compete. Great, because your opponent feels the same way, Baljeet said. He says it's just for fun, too. Who's my opponent? Baljeet made a grand gesture toward Ferb. Ferb nodded in agreement. Yes, I'll throw my hat in the ring, Ferb announced. But before we continue, where's Perry? He asked, looking around for his and Phineas's pet platypus, Flip. At that moment, Perry had just crashed through a wall in the lair of his enemy, Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Hello, Perry, Dr. Doofenshmirtz cackled. I see you elected to come in through the wall today. Well, you certainly got my vote to be trapped. As you probably know, the evil doctor explained. My irritating brother Roger is running for re-election as mayor, and no one is even running against him. Flip. But my brother will not be re-elected this year, he continued. No one will vote for him because of my latest invention, the polka igniter. Instead of voting, everyone approaching the booth will be hit by a ray and forced to dance the polka, which in itself isn't evil, but wait, there's more. Guess what? I already have 2 votes for me, Dr. Doofenshmirtz announced. I wrote my own name in and then had my robot servant Norm do the same thing. With everyone else too busy dancing the polka to vote, I will become the new mayor of Danville. Flip. With the campaign supplies ready, the 2 candidates hit the street to talk to the voters. They shook kids' hands, kissed babies, and found out what the young voters of Danville were looking for in a junior mayor. Back at the campaign headquarters, the group analyzed the data from the interviews they had conducted. You're polling well among girls 6 to 8 and boys 14 to 16, Baljeet told Ferb. But Phineas has the teen and tween vote, he reported. It's still 6 for one, half a dozen for the other. What does that even mean? Flip. Across town at Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated, Perry had just broken free from his trap. He tore down the voting booth curtain and, using it like a whip, ensnared Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Then he destroyed the intonator with one fancy polka step. Why do I even bother trapping you if you're just going to escape every time? With the intonator destroyed, the weary citizens of Danville who had been trying to vote were finally able to stop uncontrollably dancing the polka. Well, that was strange, Phineas and Ferb's dad commented. I wonder if Phineas and Ferb are behind this. Nice try, Dr. Doofenshmirtz shouted, but there's not much time left before the voting polls close. No one will have time to vote. Flip. At that time, Phineas and Ferb were holding a rally to explain to the voters what each of them would do as junior mayor. Ferb had just finished giving a lengthy and very inspirational speech. The crowd was going wild. Next, Phineas took the stage. He was just about to give his speech when Isabella suddenly ran up to him. There's a big problem, Isabella told him. For some reason, only 2 people have voted so far, and the voting booth closed in 20 minutes. Flip. 20 minutes, Baljeet cried. Well, Isabella began, more like 19 and a half now. Phineas thought for a moment, then he left the stage without making his speech and headed straight toward Ferb. Ferb, I know what we need to do today. Phineas and the gang quickly got to work building a device that would let everyone vote in the small amount of time that was left. Nice work, guys, Phineas cheered. All we need now is a wrench, a leaf blower, and as much almond butter as we can find. Flip. When the creation was done, it was part monorail, part bumper car, part voting machine, and all Phineas and Ferb. Okay, everyone, Phineas called to the people who were waiting to vote. Hop in and ride our voter coaster. Kudos to our city leaders for this astonishing invention. As the voter coaster zipped and flipped and raced along the tracks, it also handed each voter a ballot, transported the person to the nearest voting station, and deposited their votes in a ballot box. Flip. Thanks to the voter coaster, everyone made it to the polls in time. When the voters for mayor were counted. It was relieved that, as expected, Roger Doofenshmirtz had been re-elected by a landslide. Dr. Doofenshmirtz, who was watching the live coverage on TV, howled in anger. "Curse you, Perry the Platypus." Just then, Isabella hurried over to her friends. "The kids saw what you both did to save the election," she exclaimed. "They thought it was so great that everyone voted for Phineas and Ferb to be Danville's junior mayor." As the cheering crowd lifted Phineas and Ferb up onto their shoulders, the brothers turned to each other and shook hands. "Congratulations, Mr. Mayor." "Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And look, there's Perry." The end.